First thing, I'm going to read something to you, and I'm going to ask a question. I believe the United States of America as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, whose just powers are derived from the consent of the government. A democratic republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, in perfect union, one inseparable, established upon the principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity for the American patriots who sacrificed their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe that it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flag, and to defend it against all enemies. Does anybody know what that is? The Constitution. No? Back here in the back. Yes, sir. The American Creed. So you've probably heard that somewhere before, right? Okay. Do you guys live your life that way? Do you believe in what that says?
Yes.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, you're American.
Okay. Okay. What do you guys think about a set of rules, or a code, let's call it a code, that has no penalty if you break the code? What's that? Powerless. Okay. Yeah.
It's more you're self-motivated.
Okay, self-motivated. So what you're saying is like a moral code. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So we have a code that governs how we treat this piece of cloth. Okay. Now, it is just cloth, but it's the meaning behind this that is so much more and so much for the moral code, and why people die for it, and why people come from all over the world to here because of this. Okay? So, this code I'm talking about is the flag code. Now it says right in the code that it has no penalties if you break the code. It tells you that in the first couple paragraphs. Now in 1923, on June 14th, anybody know what June 14th is? Right, okay, you heard that yet? On June 14th, about 68 organizations got together in Washington, D.C. to come up with these rules. Before they had the rules, they had all these organizations, the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, well in 1923 it wasn't the Air Force yet, it was the Army Air Corps, but the VFW, the American Legion, the Boy Scouts, all had different rules on how to take care of our flag. So they came together and made one set of rules. That's what we call the flag code. And that's what governs it. In the past 2 years, there's been 2 changes to the flag code. One is, well, let me ask a question. Somebody answer me this question. Who can put our United States flag at half-mast? Who? The President. Anybody else? Just the President? Anyone? No, it's not anyone. The Governor. President, the Governor. Is that right? So Governor Manchin, from somebody from Missouri, he can put the flag at half-mast? Not exactly. The Governor of Missouri can, but no one else in the state. The flag code changed when it said that a governor can put the U.S. flag at half-mast if a citizen of that state is killed in battle. That's Public Law 11041. It was just passed. It was just one of the most recent ones passed. Now this week you're going to see a lot of veterans around here with hats on. You saw us last night here with our Legion hats on. That's considered our uniform. We salute the flag when we do that. Now they changed the flag code to read that if you have your hat off, you can still salute. It used to be that we would revert just like the hand over the heart if you didn't have your uniform on. That's different now. They've changed it so you can do that. Are our flags set up correctly? Yes. Yes? What?
The American flag is the highest and on your right.
Okay. My right. Who's right?
The speaker.
Right. It's on the left.
Well, people get confused with that. I mean, you're correct. But people get confused because as you're looking at it, it's not on your right. It's on your left. That confuses a lot of folks. A good way to remember it, as you're looking at it, it's on your left. Okay? So we're set up correctly? Why hasn't the Coast Guard went up here? When you're setting up flags, you set flags up in order of precedence. I'm sorry. Did you have a question or was you just answering? Okay. So what would happen if we put this one down here? It's what?
It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace, okay? Well, maybe we should put it back up.
Yes.
Okay. The U.S. flag should always be higher than all the flags it's displayed with. Okay? Now, order of precedence, if you break this down, this is a national flag. These are all national flags till you get to here. Okay? So, then you pick the order of how they go in precedence this way. This is used in all branches of the service. So it would be first. Then if you're breaking down the branches of service, you go in the order of march, which is an old regulation that says which service goes first. So it would be Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. These two, this is the Department of West Virginia American Legion, and this is Mountaineer Boy State. So if you look, precedence, it goes all the way down the line. Yes, sir.
In order of march, how they march into battle.
No. How it's based on the birthday of the services. And it's called the order of march. If you have all the branches of the service, yes. No. Because the Army was the first service. No. No. No, the Army was the first service. They weren't called the Marines back at that time. To answer the question, when you have the group of services together, all the branches of service, there's a certain order that they would enter. That's called the order of march. And it goes Army, Marine Corps, Navy. Okay. Okay. Was it you that asked the question when the flag fell up here? What should we have done with that? Burn it. So we just, me and you, go outside, get some lighter fluid, throw it in the parking lot. Ceremonial burn. Okay. Well, tomorrow, you're going to see one of those. We're going to have a flag retirement ceremony. We kind of decided we didn't think this was fit to fly anymore. So we're going to take care of that. We also have another one that flew over American Legion headquarters in Charleston. That's unserviced. Well, you and I were having, when that fell, you and I were having a little talk. He said, and those of you that weren't in here, we had a slight accident earlier. The table was bumped. This flag fell down onto the floor. He said that we need to burn them. Okay? Not necessarily incorrect, but do we have to?
No.
Okay? Anybody want to explain why?